Hello, Keith Rucker here at VintageMachinery.org. Well guys, a while back we made a little modification to a gear here that's going to go on a antique drill press, and we still need to make a custom shaft this gear is going to fit up on. So this is going to fit into a piece on a drill press. This gear here we had to modify. The original gear had a 1-inch bore in it, but because of the size of the bore that was in this factory made gear, this is not a gear that I made, we just modified it, we had to make this inside diameter 1 1/8 inches, and again it was going on a 1-inch shaft. So what I'm going to do is we're going to basically make a new shaft for this, and it'll have 1 1/8 inches on a small diameter down here this gear will fit up on. We'll turn the rest of the shaft down to 1 inch long, or 1 inch in diameter, excuse me, and that will slide up into the piece that it will be driving on. The total length on this is 9 inches. The width for the gear is going to be 1 inch. So got a piece of stock here. We're going to chuck it up in the lathe. This should be a quick little project to make a little custom shaft. Let's get her done. Got my piece of metal chucked up here in the lathe. First job is going to be coming here, face the end, and put a center drill in it. Then we're going to extend it out in the chuck, put it between centers, and start turning it down. So let's get this going here. Go down through there and just face that nice edge on that end. And we'll come in with the center drill and put a nice center in there. All right, that ought to do it. All right, we got our piece extended out now. I got a mark here just a little over 9 inches. We'll trim it up to size after we cut it off and turn around the other way. But right now we're going to go ahead and get this turned down to the 1 1/8 inches that this gear will fit up onto. And once we get that down here at that diameter, we'll turn the rest of it down to 1 inch. A little oil on here. Start turning. First pass. What I want to take a look at now is to see if there's we're turning any taper in this. So we're at about 258, 1 inch 258. And about 260, 259, somewhere along in there. So maybe just a tad bit of taper, but I think we can work with that right now. I'll probably take another pass or two, get some more measurements, and if I need to, I can adjust my tailstock to take that taper out. But let's go ahead and make another pass. I like to start out with a kind of a light pass on that first pass, just to get all that stuff off the outside. And we'll take a little bit heavier cut this time. About a 40 thousandths cut, 80 thousandths total on the diameter. I'm turning a blue chip off of there. Chip's breaking nice. Probably going to put some heat in the part, but we're going to probably just let it roll. All right guys, I'm going to mic this just to get a really good measurement. So we're going to call that 173. It's actually just a tad under. And that's just a tad over 176. So we got about 3.5 thousandths taper in here. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to push the tailstock out. So, you know, because we got 3.5 thousandths, we need to push it in half of that, which is going to be, what is that, about 1.5, 1 3/4 thousandths, something like that. So not just a little less than 2 thousandths. Push it that way. That should make this diameter larger, but this diameter should stay about the same. So let me go grab a dial indicator and we'll do that. All right, so hopefully you can see what's going on here. Again, I want to move the center away from the cutter by about 1.5 thou, a little over 1.5 thou, almost 2 thousandths of an inch, just shy of 2 thousandths of an inch to give us that 3.5 thousandths larger diameter on this end. So I've got my tailstock here. Tailstocks are going to have a adjustment screw through them. These tailstocks are made to adjust side to side, and you do that by moving these screws down here. So to move this tailstock, there's a screw that goes all the way through it, and it's designed to adjust side to side just for this purpose. So I'm going to put a wrench on both sides here, and what I'm wanting to do is my needle needs to move in this direction. It's going to be moving away from me 2 thousandths. So let me just see if I can start by just, all right, I moved it about 1/2 thou. It's about 1 thou. I hadn't even loosened the other side yet. I just want to see if I can just tighten it up the other way. Whoops, I went too far. Now I'm going to now come in here on this side. See if I can push it back. What did that do? All right, actually that's pretty darn close. It's just right under 2 thousandths. So I'm going to leave it there, and we're going to go back and make another cut and see if that took the taper out. I'm going to take about 30 thousandths off the diameter, and we'll get this end down here to the right diameter and check our taper again. Now let's check our taper again. I'm going to come in here and that feels good right there. So we're just a shade under 22. See, that's 21 9/10. And we're right on 22 there. So that's right on the money. So it's within a 10 thousandth in taper, so I'm happy with that. So we want to be at 125, and we're at 147. So we got 22 thousandths to come off of there. So let's see where we're at. All right, so we're about 122 and a half, and so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it there for right now. We're going to go ahead and turn this down, and I'll come in and we'll actually polish that off or turn it off there at the very end. We'll take a 40 thousandths cut, 80 thousandths total diameter. right, we got about 10 thousandths to go. It's got some heat in it. I'm gonna let it cool down, and we'll come back and take another measurement and finish this thing up after it cools a little bit. All right, guys, we let this cool down and see where we're at. So we're at about 3.5 over on that side, about 3 on that side. So I'm going to take 3 off. See. All right, I think we're fine. I'm going to take 3 off. All right, I dialed in 3 thousandths there, pretty darn close to it. Let's shave that off and we'll get another measurement here. Just barely fuzzing it. See where we're at now. Still about a thou over. All right, so that's got us just a tad under an inch. I think we're going to be all right this time. I'm going to check the measurement here again. Slide this up on there. Yeah, that's perfect. Oops. We got a parting tool in here. I'm going to come in now and we're just going to part this part off. So I got the shaft over here in the milling machine now. We need to put a keyway in here for that gear to ride on. It's a 1/4 inch keyway. And just a couple of comments here. Number one, to mount this in the vise, what I did was I took 2 V blocks and I put it back there, and that gives me a nice secure mount there. I've got a vise that's made for holding round stock, but I didn't really want to take it off and put this one on. So just a quick little trick there. You can put V blocks in there to help hold round stock. So now what I need to do is center this up. So I got my edge finder in here. We'll find this edge. I've done this a bunch of times. Find edge, 0 my DRO, my digital readout. Go to the other side, find the edge here. Use the half function, basically divide that measurement in half, and that should put me right on the center. So let's go in here and do it. I don't know if you can see that, but when that tool goes over to the side, you're on 0. All right. And come to the other side, do the same thing. And I'll just use my half function. And go to 0 on the DRO. Right there. All right, let me get a 1/4 inch cutter put in here, and we'll cut that key. That's a 1/4 inch end mill. right, we're touching right there. And we need to take a total of a half of the diameter. And the diameter is a 1/4 inch, that's 250 thousandths. I'm going to do this in 2 passes. So we'll do 75 thousandths each. I'm going to raise up to 75 right there. And we'll just ease in here and get a little more speed. We're running about, what is that, about 1,500, no, 1,200 RPMs. We're just gonna break through right there and that'll be far enough. All right, take it on down to 125. And that should be my final depth. All right, 1 keyway cut. Here we go, guys. I got my keyway in there. We come over here, and it's just a little bit tight, not much, but we'll just press it in here with the arbor press. Man, that's going to be nice, nice, nice. All right, and I will, I got a set screw there. We'll tighten that down and we should be in good shape. All right, guys, I think we got the job done. We have a nice gear here that's been turned down to work on this shaft. Of course, we got the shaft. The bushings fit on here fine. This is all ready to pack back up and send back up there where he can put it back on his machine. I did get one comment that I thought was kind of funny. I guess somebody wasn't thinking it through, but they said, well, how are you going to get that shaft through if this side's bigger on this end? Well, guys, it goes in on this side. No problem at all. So it only has to be the 1 inch on one side for it to go in correctly. And we have access for it to go into that direction. So no problem there by having this side just a little bit larger. So anyway, Burke, thanks a lot for sending that along. Fun little project. And like I said, I'll get this stuff in the mail to you and headed back up your way. And hopefully you can get that machine restored and back up to running very soon. And with that, that'll be a wrap. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Leave me some comments, and we'll catch you next time.